Let's look at your Mymathlab classroom. First thing you'll notice is the appearance of it. And you will notice that we have some information on the front page. The most important thing are the announcements. Make sure you read all those announcements. If you see something like this referring to the study plan, you may see something like 100% mastery. That probably refers to the study plan. That is not required, so don't panic about that. That's only meant as practice. Now on the left panel you'll see some buttons, some tabs that you will need to be using. I may have some that you do not have. But the first thing I want to look at is the syllabus. We're going to go over the syllabus fairly quickly. If you click on this link, you can actually open up a syllabus that you can print off. The syllabus is also on Blackboard. So I don't know where you're watching this video, either in Blackboard or in Mymathlab. Either place you can find the syllabus. So let's go over it right quickly. I'm going to click this little arrow right here, so we're going to have a better view of the syllabus. And most of this information you can read for yourself. The most important thing for now is the Mymathlab access code. You will have to purchase a full access code. That's pretty much all that you need to complete the assignments. So make sure that you do purchase a full Mymathlab access code. You can use a 17-day temporary access until you're able to purchase your full access code. Now this is the technical support number for Mymathlab for Pearson. You may want to write that down somewhere. These are my office hours. My name is Eric Deaton. I'm easy to contact. If you do call my office number, please leave a message so I know to call back. If you don't leave a message, then I probably won't call back. By far the best way to contact me is by email. These are some other people in the division that you may want to contact for whatever reason. The no-shows, if you're reading this in Mymathlab, that probably isn't a concern for you. If you're reading this in Blackboard, that may mean you haven't taken the syllabus quiz yet. Be sure that you take the syllabus quiz the first week. You probably want to do it the first couple of days, August 19th and August 20th, just to make sure you're not reported as a no-show. This August 22nd date is just the best guess scenario. Somerset could change it, so just be aware. Most of this information concerning the units you can read for yourself. You can read it all, really. And grading criteria, we'll talk more about that. It basically means 75% of the class are from the units. The remaining 25% is from the final exam. In order to pass this class, you must have at least 50% of the comprehensive final exam. When that final exam is proctored, comprehensive means it does cover the whole class. And you must have at least the same percent average after the final exam grade is included in order to pass this class. This is a 10-point grading scale. Some more information you can read. This class is a bi-term, 8-week bi-term. It ends October the 8th. That's the last day to take the final exam. You can actually take the final exam earlier if you complete all 7 units earlier. In fact, if you take or finish all 7 units in the final exam by September the 30th, you'll be given a second chance on the final exam if needed. What that means is you must complete all 7 units and the first attempt on the final exam on or before September the 30th. If you do that, you'll be given a second attempt if you so desire. If you wait till after September 30th to take the first attempt, that's the only attempt that you're going to get. Once again, the final exam is proctored. More information you can read for yourself. The make-up work, late work policy. The assignments are going to be open all semester long, all session long. We do have due dates, but if you miss a due date, in order to gain access to the test that you miss or that you want to take after the due date for a higher score, you must make at least 80% in the homework assignments. Before the due dates, it's 70%. After the due dates, it's 80%. The test did not have a minimum score requirement. Well, I'll take that back. They have a minimum score requirement of 1%. That's so you can open up or proceed to the next unit. So it's just to make sure that you're doing the assignments in order, units in order. Here's the breakdown of the grades. The homework assignments overall account for 20% of the final grade. Each test is 7.9%, each unit test it is, with the total of 55% for the class. The Department of Final Exam is 25%. Now, if you haven't taken a syllabus quiz yet in Blackboard, do that first. That's the only place you can find the course ID needed to register in Mymathlab. All graded assignments are found in the Mymathlab system. The quiz in Blackboard is not graded. Even though you do get a grade, it's not part of your class average. Like I said before, each homework assignment you gotta have at least the same percent in order to progress from one assignment to the next. After the due dates, 80%. But you're not going to worry about that because you're all going to strive for 100%, correct? I answered that for you. Correct. Yes, that's correct. Each homework problem can be done as many times as you want. Each exit test can be done as many times as you want. I'll keep the highest score on everything. There are bonus points. There's bonus points for finishing before the due dates. And like I said, if you miss an exit test, or if you want to take an exit test after the due date, you must have at least 80% rather than 70% on the homework assignments. Here's the same final exam information. September 30th is the date if you want to take it for a possible second attempt. October the 8th is the last date to take the final exam. Once again, it is proctored. September 23rd is the date and needs your proctor information. If you know that your college uses the information found on the point, then I really don't need any information. This is mainly just so that you know that you need to contact someone at your college at the testing center to take the final exam. Because the final exam is proctored, it is highly recommended that you do your own work. In fact, you better be doing your own work because you won't be able to make the 50% otherwise. Here's the dates in a nice little table. You might want to write this down or copy it down somewhere and some other information. What I want to do now is quickly go through how this course looks, the Mymathlab portion of it. When you click on Unit 1, you're going to see an overview of what's required. This is, once again, the same percent is needed on the homework. After that due date of August 26th, notice 8/26 due date. It's right here also. So these are all reminders. No reason for you not to be able to see the dates. And it's just a breakdown what you need to do. This right here, well, first off, let me click on this link. This is a link to the assignments for Unit 1. When you click on it, you're going to see only the Unit 1 assignments. And you'll see some videos. Now these videos are actual lectures I will give in a typical class. So it is highly recommended to watch the videos. It is not required. These notes you can print off if you click on this link right here. They're in Microsoft Word. You can print those off. And as you're watching the videos of me going over those notes, you can write them down just like you would in a normal class. And then you do the homework. And then you can watch the next videos and do the homework. Next videos, do the homework. Notice these flags. These flags remind you of what you must do in order to gain access to these homework assignments, including the test. Now, after the due date, after August 26th, you'll see that same percent change to 80%. So keep that in mind. And whenever you get lost on what to do, click on Unit 1. It takes you back. I also have links to the gradebook. Some of the things you need to be aware of. There's an exit test bonus question for each unit. And what you do is you'll click on it, which this one's already clicked on for Unit 1. You'll read it. Pretty much what you're going to do is create your own example involving, in this case, distraction location division, an example from your own personal life experiences. And you're going to answer your own question. When you're ready to do that, you'll click respond. And you call the subject wherever you want to, bonus for example, and then type it in here. So make sure you take advantage of those. And we'll talk more about these later on. Now on the assignments, if you ever find this link doesn't work, you can always click the assignments down here, this tab. And what you can do then is, well, what you're going to see is you'll see the show all. This shows all the assignments for the whole class. So if you click right here, view all assignments, you'll be able to see all the assignments for 7 units. All 7 units in the final exam in one place, and that's fine to use that also. Whatever you need to do. So I'm going back to Unit 1, and this is an overview of what's going on. If you look at Unit 2, you'll see the same things. This is just the dates have changed. These are all reminders for you. What I want to do, well, let me go back to Unit 2 for example for a second. I want you to see this flag on this Unit 2 Homework 1. There's a 1% requirement on the Unit 1 exit test. That's just to make sure that you complete Unit 1 first before you proceed to Unit 2. Feel free to finish this class in a week if you want to. That doesn't affect me at all. I'm really glad if you do that. I'm going to go to this Unit 1 assignment. I want you to see something about the homework. I'm going to click on Unit 1 homework. I've already attempted one problem, and you see that green check, that means I got it right. And click on question 2. See a window pop open. You can always maximize that window if you want. Wait for it to load. Hopefully it won't take too long. And what you'll see is something like this. On the right side, you'll see some learning aids that you can always use to help you answer this problem. If you click on Ask My Instructor, that's going to send this very view to me of this problem through email, and I can answer it or help you with it. I don't like to give out answers, but I can definitely help you. Now this one is determine the place value of digit 5. So if I click on 100 thousandths and I check my answer, again, sorry, that's not correct statement, and it tells me some stuff about it. I hit done. I'm going to try 10 thousandths this time, do a final check, and it's still wrong. It gives me the answer. Sometimes you get 2 attempts, sometimes you get 3. Now it looks like I got a green check for the first one and a red X for the second one. That's not good. I'm not happy with that, so I'm going to do similar exercise, and I'm going to get another attempt. See that? So for the digit 5, when I click 10 thousandths and I check my answer, I have it correct. Notice that red X is still there, but when I click OK, it's gone. It's now green check. I can hit save or go on the next problem. It doesn't really matter because it saves it automatically. Keep that in mind. So if I look at my view on here, I see my 2 green check marks, and it tells me my score. See that? And so that's one way to make sure that you get at least an 80 in the homework, and preferably 100. Now, on the test, each test you can do each test as many times as you want. That's what that means over here. You will get different problems each attempt, so just be aware. Not the same questions over and over again. And if you do get the same question, it may not have the same numbers, so just be aware. Now we'll go to the final exam. And there's a review that you can do. It's not required, but you can do it for practice. Highly recommend it. Final exam, here's the information again. So make sure you read it. Now, when you take the final exam, you want to know what you have in the class. Click on Gradebook, and then click Show Overall Score in the upper left corner, and you'll see your final course average in the upper left corner. The final exam information tab has some important information you need to read. Very important. The main thing is this project information. This project information can also be found in the syllabus. When I go back to the syllabus, at the very bottom, you're going to see who to contact at your respective colleges. So it's in your syllabus, and it's also in the final exam information. SEC has its own special information. Study plans where you can practice. Multimedia library and ebook, that's where you can find your book in electronic form. So take advantage of it. Here's a gradebook also. Take advantage of everything that we have set up here. And let me know if you have any questions.